always disappoint me. You do it all the time. Can't you see from my face I'm the bluest blue you'll ever see? It's never been my full intention to have you around 24/7. But for once, could you pretty please not run out on me? I don't know what you're hunting. It's not me, it's something else, and I can't deny that I am hurt. And I know it's never ever with us, we're not forever. You won't be for me, my hallelujah. In the middle of the night, did you think I'd be alone, waiting patiently for you to come home? I'm not the waiting kind. You can't ruin my mind. I'll find somebody else to call mine. Can't emphasize enough how hard it's been to know the one you love resents you. It's a sad, sorry state of affairs we got going on. The way we work is masochistic, and all I wanna do is fix it. This kind of love never lasts. If it does, it will kill you. Thought I found a new religion in you. Who was I kidding? There's nowhere to go except for under quarantine. All of my spite, it hurts too much to fight. You'll never be for me, my hallelujah. In the middle of the night, did you think I'd be alone, waiting patiently for you to come home? Well, I'm not the waiting kind. You can't ruin my mind. I'll find somebody else to call mine. In the middle of the night, did you think I'd be alone, waiting patiently for you to come home? Well, I'm not the waiting kind. You can't ruin my mind. I'll find somebody else to call mine. You raise me up, you bring me down, you throw my body to the ground. You stampede over me so freely. And in the triumphs of a day where I think everything's okay, you look at me so insincerely. And in the mirror staring back at me, stupidity. I've always been a sucker for your cruelty. I've had a word with myself, and for the sake of my health, I'm no longer than the unfixable. In the middle of the night, did you think I'd be alone, waiting patiently for you to come home? I'm not the waiting kind. You can't ruin my mind. I'll find somebody else to call mine. In the middle of the night, did you think I'd be alone, waiting patiently for you to come home? I'm not the waiting kind. You can't ruin my mind. I'll find somebody else to call mine.
Hi, welcome to my channel. Today's vlog is going to be about my excursion and my class's excursion that we went on last week to Canterbury Cathedral. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, overall, this experience was a little bit underwhelming for me, and I'll go ahead and tell you why. So to begin the day, we started off with a train at London St. Pancras and rode about an hour down the train to Canterbury. You get off the train, and it's a really cute, quaint little town. The buildings are all just so cute with their brown roofs, white exterior with the brown wooden looking accents. There's street markets, really cute little shops and restaurants along the way, and so I was really expecting it to be great. So we get up there, there's a really nice elaborate gate that you enter in, and then you can see the cathedral once you enter. The cathedral was very beautiful. However, it was covered in scaffolding, so that took away a little bit from the experience because you couldn't really appreciate all of it with the scaffolding all over it. So we go inside after this, and the exterior is beautiful, but covered in scaffolding, like I said. The interior, also very beautiful. However, because of this reconstruction, you can't even look up all the way to see the entire ceiling, and that was a little disappointing. So we're getting on with our tour, and our tour guide is just not as good as the one that we had at the Tower of London. And after being spoiled by this awesome tour guide we had, I can only speak for myself, but I think some of my classmates shared this sentiment. I was a little bit disappointed in his non-storytelling capabilities, because I come in with not having a lot of knowledge about English history or the things that, the heritage that surrounds this cathedral. And he spoke to us as if everyone already had this background knowledge. So he spoke a lot about a man named Thomas Becket, who apparently was a big deal of this church. I didn't know, but he spoke about him as if everyone should already know why Thomas Becket was such a big deal. He spoke about how he was murdered there, which was an interesting story. However, it could have been told with more detail, I feel. He just kind of skipped over a lot of the main points. When I say that I didn't really enjoy our tour, that doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy my experience there. Like I said, I was underwhelmed, but I do appreciate that this cathedral is about 1,000 years old. It has so much history in it that is, like we talked about in class today, a really good intersection of religion, state, and culture all intermingling together. So I do appreciate that. And since I bring up class today, I mentioned that, I'll also add that I have a really better understanding of the history of it today now that my professor told me the story of why Thomas Becket was important. Apparently, he was an archbishop of this church, which is like a big deal. He was like the top dog underneath the Pope. He got murdered by 4 of the king's knights because the king didn't like Thomas Becket. So this was a huge deal because people in this time really, really looked up to the archbishop as they were Catholics. He was the guy right underneath the Pope. So the fact that he was murdered by the king, the state, was huge and kind of began the strife between religion and state in England and even parts of the world. That's a really big deal, and none of this information was given to me by the guide because it was assumed that I had it already. Anyway, I still had a really good time at Canterbury. It was just a little bit underwhelming. Even though Canterbury wasn't really my thing, I still really appreciated this experience because it made me realize that not everything we do here is gonna be my thing. I'm gonna really, really enjoy some things, but other people are not gonna enjoy them. And there are gonna be other things that people enjoy that I'm not gonna like so much. And that's okay. We all have our different ups and downs, but I think no matter whether you love it or hate it, you can always take something valuable away from the experience. In all, I still really appreciated Canterbury, and I call it a win, because even though the church itself, for me, was underwhelming, everyone else, well, not everyone, but a lot of other people really enjoyed it. And I got to have a really good cheeseburger, so I call that a good day. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe so that you can see more. But today's video is going to be about, it was really enjoyable, and we had a nice food at the little burger restaurant afterwards.